Hi, welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd tell you guys another story today. This was back in high school. I don't remember what year it was. Years ago though. Well over 10, maybe 12, 13 years ago. I had a group of friends that they were going around and gnoming. So they were just going around stealing gnomes from people's yards. Not good. Don't condone stealing, obviously, but they thought it was real funny. So I'm with them one day and we went, well, let's see how many we can get. And so we're running around and this one neighborhood, we got like 12 gnomes. We were just going to every single house. We would see a gnome, stop. I'd jump out of the car, grab a couple, and then throw them in the back. And then we were like, oh, the next house has gnomes too. Let's just go there also. So we're just going, stopping, going, stop. I don't know how the cops didn't get involved, but this is just backstory to the main story I'm telling, by the way. And so this went on for a little while. I only went with them a couple times and did this. They did this constantly. Like after school, they just go do it. Maybe they get one or none, or maybe they get 12, whatever. So and my friend's car is just filling up with gnomes. He had an old Durango, and the whole trunk of it was just there's gnomes everywhere. And again, cops somehow never involved. I don't know. And he one day he had went to work, and his boss was like, "Look at this. This is crazy." In our local newspaper in our town, there was an article about how so many gnomes had been stolen off of people's property. It was like becoming a problem and they were investigating it. But that was about the time we stopped doing it anyways, because we're like, I think we made a point. I think we're done. If we keep doing this, it's gonna be a problem. They're gonna catch us next time, probably. We were just really smart at being stupid, so somehow we got away with a lot of things. Again, I don't condone any of these actions. It was me being a dumb teenager. There's cautionary tales. But so one day we are so my friend would pick us up in the morning. And sometimes he would make a point to pick us up like an hour and a half early, sometimes like 2 hours early before. So, school started at like 7. He'd pick us up at like 5 or 5:30, and we would just go mess around, go do whatever. Sometimes we just hang out, listen to music, whatever we wanted to do. One day we were just really bored, and we decided we were going to drive towards the school. But then when we got there, we were like, well, what the hell are we going to do? There's nothing to do. We don't want to go to school. We just want to hang out near school. So we park in a neighborhood, and we get this bright idea that, well, maybe we'll do one last day of gnoming or something. We'll do something. We'll do it right before school. Everything will be fine. So we walk through this we drive through this neighborhood. We're driving around, and we don't see any gnomes. We go to the cul-de-sac. We're like, whatever. Let's just go back to the school. We only had like 20 minutes before school started at this point. So we're like, might as well get back there, get there a little early, hang out in the car, whatever. So we go to turn around, and I look over, and on the porch of this house is a bench. I mean, like, beautifully crafted bench where someone had like etched animals into it, and it was like beautifully done. And me being a not so good person trying to be funny and I guess just being stupid, I was like, hey, just pull up right there. I'll jump out. I'll grab this bench. And they're like, why? Why do you want a bench? I don't know. It's a story. It's funny. So I jump out of the car. I run up to this house and I grab this bench. And see, this should have been the point that I put the bench down and left. But as I'm picking the bench up, they have a big bay window right there where the bench is. And I look up, and a lady is staring at me with her coffee in hand, just, she does not know what's going on. And I I had a split second realization that like, okay, nope, I put the bench down. But me being dumb, I went, nah, why would I do that? And I run back to the car, throw it in the trunk, and we're just laughing and joking. We're on our way to school, and I was like, oh yeah, that lady saw me, but it's fine, no problem at all. Ha ha ha. So we're driving into the school, and we're almost to the school, and out of this one neighborhood, out of nowhere, I just see this cop just creeping up, and I was like, it doesn't matter. And then he turns right behind us. I was like, oh, well, I mean, we're right by the school, so maybe they were just driving around. It happens. And then we're waiting at this light, and as we're waiting there, another cop from the other entrance to that neighborhood, another cop pulls behind that cop. Okay, this might be for us. And so then the light turns green, we start going, two more cops from the other road, they pull behind those cops. And I was like, okay, there's no way this is not for us. And then our school cop, who's also parked, he's usually parked there, but he, at this point, pulls behind all of those cops. And now we're like, okay, we are in trouble. There's no way around this. And so we pull into the very back. We're like, maybe we're hoping that maybe this isn't for us. Maybe we'll somehow get out of this. And we pull into like the very back of the parking lot. All the cops follow us all the way back there. We park. As soon as we park, all the cop cars just surround us, so we can't go anywhere. And so we're like, okay, well, we're screwed. We really messed up. I really messed up. They didn't really do anything. I mean, they didn't tell me not to. They didn't try to stop me. But we were all not very smart kids. And so an officer comes up and he's asking us, hey, were you guys in a neighborhood this morning doing something you shouldn't have been? We're like, oh, no. And he's kind of looking around in the car. And then he keeps asking us questions. And he goes, well, could you just pop the trunk for me real quick? I'm like, yeah, sure, that's fine. So it was over. We knew. And we popped it. They get us all out of the car. They send one of my friends back to the school already. We're sitting in the car. Or I mean, we're out of the car. And he goes, pop the trunk. We pop it. And he sees the bench. And he goes, so, you did steal the bench. And I was like, well, okay, officer, I did take the bench. And he goes, okay, well, that needs to be returned to her right now. So the cop actually took the bench and put it in his patrol car and was going to bring it back to her. And then as he's taking the bench out, he looks, and like I said earlier, this whole trunk is just full of gnomes. So when he pulls the bench out, he just sees gnomes everywhere. And I mean, they're obviously like old. They have dirt on them still. Some of them are like broken because they've just been rolling around in the trunk. And he's like, wait a minute. What the hell's up with all these gnomes? You have a shitload of gnomes in your car. Why? And my friend goes, oh, well, actually, I really like gnomes, and friends just give them to me as gifts. They're just gifts. And the cop, this is after that story had came out. So, like, the cops had to have known about what was going on. And the cop just goes, okay, well, whatever. And just sends us back to class. No trouble. We have 5 cop cars and police involved in this. No problems. They just let us go. My mom, after school that day, I mean, obviously, she was pissed. Makes sense. She makes me go back to the lady's house and, like, try to reconcile with her, and she wants nothing to do with me. I'm like, oh, well, do you need yard work done? Do you need anything? And she's like, no, I never want to see you again. You stole my property. Get away from me. Thanks for apologizing, but get out of here. Please don't come back. So that was the last time that we did something like that. We learned our lesson without getting in, like, real trouble. So yeah, don't steal people's shit. Don't be a shithead. Because typically you will have worse consequences than that, just getting sent to class and have to go apologize to a lady. That typically doesn't happen. Never got in trouble for the gnomes. That was never even talked about. No problem. It's crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a good one, guys. See you next time.